get ready for some NBA. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. First for Boston, and then for the Indiana Pacers.
You knew that at some point the window for the group of Celtics that had won a title was going to close. I mean, it was inevitable, but last year it seemed like they were going to go for one last hurrah as they added some depth and looked to reload for another run.
Here's Indiana. Number 32. Drills it from outside.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jumpers.
And the Celtics with possession here. And getting back to the Celtics and Rondo's injury, a lot of people expected them to start the rebuilding process. Ended up standing pat at the deadline, Steve. Even though there was, it seemed, a lot of interest.
You know, you want to give that group, KG and Pierce and Rondo, you want to give them another run. And they had their last hurrah. They didn't get it finished. And now you start the rebuilding project. So a lot of trades, a lot of movement over the summer. But I like the fact that they gave that club one more run.
Here's Brown, following the score by Indiana. Gets it to go.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
Boston on D. The shot's good from Mathurin.
The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
Here's Richard. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Well, Indiana's success last season was built around its defensive prowess, and they usually would set the tone at the start of the game. They were one of the best in the league at allowing the fewest first quarter points.
Indiana moving it around. That's tipped. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. For Boston, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Here's White. And another basket for Boston. Going back to the Pacers once more, you knew they wanted to emphasize defense each game, and Steve, they would always come out and get right in the offensive player's face to start the game.
And they allowed the fewest first quarter points of any team in the league last year, Kevin. That's a great way to kind of set the tempo, set the tone in a ball game. And the Pacers were able to establish that defense right away.
Back to Brown. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Pass to Mathurin. To help the run. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
And a night.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Boston on top. They're up by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
You know, in order to win your division, you have to be able to win games against the rest of your conference, and that's exactly what Indiana did last season. Tough team in a tough division, and they gave no ground to other teams in the East.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, Jarrett Jack might have the largest collection of basketball shoes in the league with over 1,500 pairs. He said, I remember when I had a condo in one city and I didn't have many places to put them. So I started putting them in cabinets. You'd go into the kitchen to get a cup and there'd be shoes in there. He says that once his playing days are over, he envisions future endeavors in sneaker design. Guys, he's following his passion.
Interesting. Thanks, Doris. And the Pacers, as you mentioned, Clark, very solid against the other teams in the East as they would cruise to a 31-20 record against the rest of the conference.
And really, that's because this team is built to handle anything that's thrown at them. Kevin, it's a big, strong, kind of old-school team. They'll pound you inside, they rebound, they protect the paint. There aren't a lot of matchups that seem to bother this team.
And taken away by Brown. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Matthews, he's checked in for Indiana. Oh, the rim is shaken.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this run going much longer.
I tell you what, Steve, it's already lasted longer than I thought possible.
The Celtics making a switch here.
You know, you think of what a typical Eastern Conference team plays like, and you often think of the Celtics. I mean, they like to slow it up. They'll play hard D and take their fouls when they can. Still, the Celtics last year were just average when it came to playing the rest of the conference.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Well, back to the Celtics, even as you said, Clark, they do all the things most Eastern Conference teams do well. They just couldn't keep it together, Steve, to finish far above 500 in the East.
Well, losing Rondo was a huge part of it, as they had to adjust their entire offense midway through the season. And I think a lot of it, too, is, you know, the rest of the East has caught up to them, and time is finally catching up to them.
And finished off by Brown.
This has been a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely. Their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Poked loose. Back to Walker. Power down with both hands.
Well, that's a solidly executed pick play. I mean, it paid dividends with that nice dunk.
Exactly the result they were looking for.
Yeah, it worked so well. I mean, he got set, did not shuffle his feet. Really well done there offensively.
A big part of this run here has been their ability to hit from mid-range, guys. I mean, that's unique.
Yeah, and some players and teams even shy away from that mid-range jumper, but this team seems to have it dialed in from that range.
6 seconds left here in the second. He gets it up. Phenomenal buzzer beater!
You gotta love seeing nothing but zeros on the clock.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Glad to have you with
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. We're seeing tremendous game play from Brown.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
The shot's good from Walsh.
Boy, they are having their way in the paint right now. So many looks right at the rim.
Defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's helped them get the ball in close time after time, Steve.
And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Pacers trail by 18.
You know, it's always strange to see how a team will react when they lose one of their biggest stars. Last season, the Celtics were thought to be dead in the water when Rondo tore his ACL, but they actually rallied and went on the winning streak after the injury.
Smith for three. That's good. Smith's got 5.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Pass to White. Celtics passing it around. Number 88. And the layup's good off the glass. Well, Clark, as you said, with Rondo and the Celtics, they would go on to win the next 7 right after his injury. And overall, Steve played better than expected the rest of the way.
Sometimes that's the way these things go, Kevin. A star player goes down, everybody else kind of steps up, and instead of feeling sorry for themselves, they use it as a rallying cry. And all those role players for Boston really picked up the extra slack. I thought they made a great push to end that season after the Rondo injury.
It's Brown with the drive. Battles through traffic and lays it in. 15 points in the game. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
No, this is the last thing you ever want to see in a game.
You know, at this point, we can just knock on wood, say a prayer, and wish him the best.
To the paint.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
I'll tell you what, the refs will give you a lot more leeway on that than they used to.
dishes it to Smith. 4 seconds left. Hits the front of the rim and out.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
And as we conclude the third quarter, and we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
And they continue to run and gun throughout the game, guys.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. And they've been turning those turnovers into points.
And that one's good.
This game's over, guys. I think we can say that with certainty.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We have officially reached garbage time.
Jackson drives in. The tie for the ball. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And the Celtics making a change here. The Celtics on offense. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. And the shot is good.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
Nemhard off target at the rim. Gone 1 of 3 on the night. Hazard. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. I mean, get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Number 12. And Bradley gets it to go.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on the play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Boucher guarded by Bradley. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That's good.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on him.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so the Celtics now can just hold on to the ball. Kicks it to White. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And the crowd here, of course, not happy about the outcome.